Let's talk about bands I used to love that I now find boring, bands that I used to really love and now I legit hate, or don't hate, but I think you're just now fine. You know what I mean? They lost their zazz. They lost their mojo. So headbang the like button, stage dive onto the subscribe button, and windmill the video to your friends. And if you're a fan of the channel, consider becoming a member. Memberships only cost 99 cents a month, and each one really helps me toward my lifelong goal of creating a life-size Godzilla to invade Canada. Gerber says, Behemoth I don't really care about. I would say they're the band that kind of inspired me to make a video on this or have this discussion. Yeah, when the Satanists came out, I was like massively into Behemoth. Still think that album's incredible. I saw them for years before that and thought they were just so excellent. And now we have the Poop of God. And not only that, but nothing stood out. When I listen to music, I either feel it or I don't. It either grabs my attention or it doesn't. And for the album, I didn't like hate it. It didn't make me want to turn it off. It didn't do anything. It was over and I was like, all right. The other one for me, I mentioned the video for that, is Arch Enemy. Both Behemoth and Arch Enemy, man, like 2010-ish, two of my favorite bands for sure. Two of the bands that hugely inspired and influenced my metal journey. And now they both just feel super copy-paste. There's a level where you have to work really hard, and then when you finally break through, you get in like a comfort zone where it's just like, all right, here's your schedule. We got a tour coming up. Time to do the next album. Pick some generic name. All the songs will be fine. Like, I listened to the latest Arch Enemy album, and I literally forgot that I did. The other day, I was looking at it, I was like, did I listen to this? I was like, oh yeah, I did. And I forgot about it immediately. And for me, that's not necessarily throwing hate. I want to still love those bands again. Arch Enemy blew me away every time I saw them with Angela. When I've seen them with Alyssa, they've been good, and I've still enjoyed it. I wasn't like, this is shit. But it does just feel like something is missing. And then they just completely wasted having Jeff Loomis in the band. All of their songs are pretty much build up intro, a hook, low part, and then a catchy chorus that's really generic, and then just repeat. Some people in the chat, Cole says Sabaton. They are a band that I was super into and then fell out for a little bit. And now I feel like I'm kind of into them again. But I will agree that they've had a lot of forgettable albums. There's probably at least 5 where I maybe know a song off of, and they're pretty generic. I still think their bangers are fucking epic, but I can understand that. Another one I actually thought of was Corpiclani. When I discovered them, they were so much fun and interesting. And I don't know, 30 albums later, it's kind of just not interesting anymore. Behemoth, I can't listen to them seriously anymore. I still can to older songs, but yeah, anything after the Satanists is just a no for me. Cane Hill disappointed me with their woke nonsense. I don't even know who Cane Hill is, so I can't comment on that. A band I outgrew easy is Motley Crue. You can make an argument for why they were never good. I mean, I'm still gonna stand by like old 80s Motley Crue, still fun. Kickstart My Heart was being mentioned earlier. That's still a great song. I can still have fun with some of those classics, but I mean, no one likes Motley Crue anymore. Metallica, I feel like, is a big main one for everyone's just kind of like, yeah, Metallica, you know, of course. When I saw them at Aftershock, it was like every other song. I was like, oh, fuck yeah, that one's really good. It's a classic. And then it was a dad rock song, and it'd be like, ah, getting time. Oh, good song. Gerbert with a controversial take. I used to love Primordial, but now I don't really care about them. I'm in a similar boat. When Empire's Fall came out, loved that album. Saw them maybe 3-4 times in those days and was epic and absolutely loved it. They played Tulminator, I think the same day as us. It'd been years since I saw them, and I don't know, like it didn't connect to me. I got bored kind of quickly. I didn't want to. I never go into one wanting to not like a band, but does that come with just growing in age and not really caring about some things anymore? Or are the bands getting stale? Or is it both? For me personally, another one. Dimmu Borgir. God, they were epic back when they were an active band. In Sorte Diaboli was a great album, I don't care what anyone says. But after that, once it got to Abracadabra, they became just a ridiculous, like, weekend black metal band. They play less than Slayer does currently. That Abracadabra album they did was fucking awful. They did one after that literally no one remembers. It was the Chinese Democracy of black metal. It took a long time and it came out and no one cared. I'm certain no one in this chat can even name that album. People are saying Pantera as well. I mean, there was Pantera and now it's a Pantera tribute. So yeah, it's pretty different. Cole says Judas Priest. Without KK Downing, definitely Judas Priest. Huh. I'm a little torn because God, every time KK opens his mouth, he's so fucking annoying. It's like everything is like, why didn't Judas Priest invite me back when I quit on my own? And then got mad that they didn't ask me to come back when he admitted that he thought the band was dying, so that's why he left. Then it kept going, and now he's all butthurt that they won't call him again. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just from interviews and clickbait giving me that impression, but I cannot stand that dude. But I will agree that Priest aren't in their prime anymore. They're still good. Someone said, who used to listen to Venom? Come on, turn it up. I still love Venom. Their later albums, aren't the classics like black metal were, but I still think they're good. They did do an album called Metal Black, which, yes, that album name is awful. But I loved the music on it. Was it as good as classic Venom? Maybe not, but I will not diss Venom. When I was first getting into metal, Manowar was one of my favorite bands, and now I am pretty indifferent towards them. I've mentioned before that I loved Manowar as the joke, the cheesy, like metal or die shit. And then once they sued Hellfest because they were bitches, I dropped interest with them completely. I went through that whole phase where I listened to a bunch of deathcore, but now I can only listen to a couple of bands. That was very much a phase, wasn't it? I remember when Lorna Shore first took off and everyone was like, oh my god, this is the heaviest shit ever. I'd never had that phase. I can dig Slaughter Prevail. I saw them live and it was good. Besides that, deathcore is not for me at all. It largely all sounds the same. Xander says, I still like Ghost. They were my intro into metal, but the albums after Prequella are just kind of meh. I was out sooner than you were. I actually came into Ghost late. When they were like an underground thing and everyone loved them, I didn't really check it out or give it a chance. I saw them at Hellfest 2016 and they completely blew me away. I thought they were mesmerizing. Like, I 100% saw the fandom and what it was all about. And that was during their third album, Melora or whatever it's called. And then right after that, that's when Tobias decided to fire everybody and become a pop band. And I lost interest immediately. I like the song Rats. That is the last Ghost song that I like. Besides that, I don't get it. I'm not gonna hate on people who like Ghost, but it confuses me how big they got. Jason says Lamb of God, honestly, off a cliff without Chris Adler. Yeah, I don't necessarily agree, but fair enough. I know that whole him being fired from the band was a kind of a weird thing. Not sure. Slipknot pretty much had become the exact thing they hated and were vehemently against in the beginning, and their last album shows that it was complete trash. I can't even remember the last Slipknot album. Shit. Ghost and Cooper bored the shit out of me. I could hear that for Ghost, but Cooper? No, not at all. Love Alice. Huge simp for Alice Cooper. Evanescence. I saw them back in 2017 when they toured with an orchestra. Damn. And was very disappointed in Amy's vocal performance. Oh, to blow it with an orchestra performance. That blows. I never got into Evanescence. They've been at festivals I've been to. It's not for me. Xander says Slayer really lost a ton of respect after the reunion. Completely agree. Fucking pathetic. Gerbert with a hot take. Gotta be honest, Iron Maiden, especially their last 3 albums. Their last Samurai one, I did not like at all. Thought it was extremely boring. The one before that, Book of Souls. I really loved that album. I thought that album was fantastic. I really like Bruce's newer solo album too. Yeah, Book of Souls was phenomenal. I loved it. Sunjetsu was not. I thought it was extremely boring. One of the recent times I saw Iron Maiden, I was on the floor. I was in the pit. First time being that close from Maiden, I was stoked. Their first 5 songs were from Sunjetsu, and it was definitely like, all right, can we do the good songs now? And you're like, oh, it's just high, cool. But yes, Sunjetsu from Iron Maiden 2021 was terrible. Yeah, it was very, very boring. They had a video come out. Was it Writing on the Wall or something like that? And I thought it was awful. I'm climbing the top of the hill. I will fight you all to defend that Sunjetsu of Iron Maiden is a great album. You'll fight on that hill alone, sir. I saw Maiden in Vegas and that set list fucking sucked. There you go. The second half of it was great, but yeah, for the beginning, it was kind of bored. Cole says, Epica. I am so done with the symphonic opera metal sound. Probably a take that a lot of people would agree with. I will not. I think I might actually be kind of getting into it more. I would absolutely love to see Epica perform with a full orchestra. That is a dream concert for me. Cole says Writing on the Wall was awesome. That song bored the shit out of me. I completely disagree. Senjutsu is super boring. Last 3 songs are each 10 minutes and they all go nowhere. Yeah, and Book of Souls had a song that I think was 10, 13 minutes. That was great. That was very good. Very catchy riffs. And yeah, Senjutsu was one of those albums, like we said before, I listened to it and forgot about it immediately. William says Senjutsu is just Iron Maiden flavored background music. Yeah, Iron Maiden's Elevator album. That is a fucking tongue twister. Writing on the Wall is boring, very slow and trudgy, and Bruce is struggling. I agree. But I did really like the new solo album. Mongolian Throat Singer, The Who, is catchy at first, now it is blah. That's a band that, like, I've wanted to like, and I'll put on a song and then just kind of, like, fade out and lose interest. I didn't care for any Satyricon albums after Nemesis Vina. I never cared for any Satyricon albums. They're not a band that I ever hated, it never clicked. I just thought they were the more boring of the black metal bands. I don't know if we're talking about bands we used to love, but I used to love Motorhead, but now I think they're overrated as fuck. Kill me. Get the fuck off of my channel. You are banned from all of life.
Move this man!
I'm kidding. I am kidding. I respectfully disagree. It's okay to be wrong, bro. Get it! Everyone's gonna attack. You know what you need, Penguin? You need to repent. For more from me, check out my band Dark Insanity. You can find us on Instagram, on Spotify, on all of the streaming platforms, on Bandcamp as well. We have our EP, Rabid Psychosis, out now. This October, we are playing with Carnivore AD at the Whiskey A Go-Go in Hollywood. October 16th. Tickets are $25, so hit me or the band up if you'd like one. We've got Wyatt's Metal and Dark Insanity merch available now in my shop. We've also got hoodies, hats, buttons, stickers. We even have Dark Insanity weed bags. Link is in the description of this video. Anyway, that's it for now, and I'll see you in the next video.